Thanks. Okay, call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. First on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Next, the approval of minutes.
I'll make a motion we approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Fast, seconded by Mr. Pshinski to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Pshinski?
Yes.
Mr. Fast?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Next, the approval of claims.
Make a motion we approve the claims.
Second the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Pshinski, seconded by Mr. Fast to approve the claims. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Pshinski?
Yes.
Mr. Fast?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Next, the utility reports.
My report, as far as the GIS goes, Adams, he got the notebook operational. He's completed verification of water tower place, so he's starting to work on that. As far as the NDOT, the roundabout, culvert replacement project, I haven't heard anything from NDOT. There's a whole bunch of utilities relocating lines right now. The new water service was installed at the animal hospital. One of them was leaking, so I called H&G. They're going to come up and repair it. The DOC renovation project, I spent a lot of time on that right now. I think it's starting to go well. It's definitely a lot of efforts getting in to get that underway, and they're going to start. They can start digging out at the correctional center, and they're looking at starting some of the demo at the treatment plant here in the next week or so. So some of the things that hold it back is just getting equipment in. Things are, months behind on that. We do have the mission units installed at the wastewater plant, the new Northern McDonald's lift station, so we've got more reliable alarm system on that. That's all I've got.
Okay. Do you have anything, Tom? There's been quite a bit of talk about tearing down the water tower. I talked to the construction company, the demolition company that's tearing it down, and asked that they save the top of it, finial, and any plates that says American Bridge or Bethlehem Steel or U.S. Steel or anything.
On the one leg, there's one.
Yeah, so they will save anything. If there's anything up top, I don't know if there will be, but we will be getting those so we can do something with those. I don't know how many people here know Charlie Harold. Years ago, he said that when he was a kid, he climbed up on top of the water tower and got up there and thought he was the first person in Westville to ever get up there. He was so proud of himself. He looks at the top and he reads Stan Lewandowski was here. Okay, we have a little housekeeping. We've got, last month we voted on validating the acquisition of the railroad property, and we approved it as resolution 2021-6. It should be 2021-7, so I'd like to make a motion that we amend the minutes to reflect that.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Pshinski to make that correction. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Pshinski?
Yes.
Mr. Pfaff?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone. Streets?
We are paving let me rephrase that. We are milling 2 streets. They started today, they should be done. And weather permitting, they'll start paving tomorrow. Fairview and 300. That's all I got.
Good, thank you. Parks?
I got nothing except for the Pumpkin Fest. It's happening October 2nd, so if you're in town or need something fun to do, come enjoy the parade and the party.
And it's a one-day event.
It's a one-day event,
One-day
yeah.
event. Okay. Nothing else on parks?
Nope.
Police?
Last month we had 343 calls for service.
Give a shout out to my team with everything that they've thrown at them. They've been really taking everything in stride and learning and doing a lot of great things this summer. I'm very proud of everybody. Next, we have the donation fund. Mike.
Yeah, we've got ordinance 2021-11. It's an ordinance of the Town Council of the Town of Westville, Indiana, reestablishing the police donation fund. It's just clean up for State Board of Accounts requirements. Doug, do you have anything on it, or?
No, they couldn't locate the previous ordinance, so
Okay.
this is just a redo Texas statute.
Okay, it's probably on a stone tablet somewhere.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 2021-11.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mrs. Riddell to approve ordinance 2021-11. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Paszynski?
Yes.
Mr. Pfaff?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. I'd like to make a motion that we suspend the rules and adopt ordinance 2021-11.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mrs. Riddell to suspend the rules and adopt ordinance 2021-11. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Paszynski?
Yes.
Mr. Pfaff?
Yes.
Albert votes yes. It's 5-0. Here real quick. Pass this on. We have under anything else under police?
No, sir.
Thank you. We have under finance, we have resolution 2021-8. Whoops, that's my bad. No, that's my fault. 2021, it's a transfer of funds, and we knew we were going to have to do this when we changed the way that the crossing guard is paid on funds. It was done after the budget was done, so we have to transfer them now. So we've got resolution 2021-8, transfer funds. Be resolved by the Westville Town Council that the following funds be transferred. Transfer $1,500 from appropriation 101-200-132 general fund to appropriation 101-002-111 general fund. I'll make a motion that we adopt resolution 2021-8.
Second.
Stereo. Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Pfaff to adopt resolution 2021-8. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Paszynski?
Yes.
Mr. Pfaff?
Yes.
Albert votes yes. Passes 5-0. Anything else on finance? Okay, we'll go to miscellaneous, the beautification committee. Lori, do you have a little report on that, or?
We had someone resign, so I have another person who's interested in filling that spot, and Tisdale.
Oh,
So we just have to appoint.
okay. I will make a motion that we appoint Pam to fill the spot vacancy on the beautification.
I second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mrs. Riddell. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky? Mr. Paszynski?
Yes.
Mr. Pfaff? Yes. Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Plan commission appointments, I think those are two.
Yes,
Harry Lowenthal and,
Jamie Overley.
Jamie.
Have to be appointed by you.
okay. Well, I will appoint, as council president, I will appoint those two to do another hitch. Next, we have the sale of the town hall. As you guys remember, we had the town hall appraised. We were going to put it up for sale, and then COVID hit. And after that cleared up a little bit, the Boys and Girls Club expressed an interest of renting the building. And then that was so successful, they outgrew it before they even got in it. And they're meeting at the school. I guess they got a waiting list for kids to participate.
After their first initial surge, they have over 70 kids and I believe a wait list of about 20 or 30.
Wow,
If I'm remembering the numbers Michelle told me correctly. So it's been a hit in school at least.
that's really cool.
Yep.
That's very good. So I would like to get two appraisals, obtain two appraisals, and then we can put it back up for sale.
How long did the other ones, how long
Well,
are the other ones good
We
for?
can check on it. I don't know if I have a copy of the last appraisal.
I can get them to you.
We do have a change on it because the generator
It's gone.
is gone.
Yeah,
So there might be a change in it.
Okay.
One of the gentlemen passed away So the other one, we can contact him. So if you'll check, I'll tell you what, let's put it this way. If we have to do it again, does the council have any objections if we have it reappraised and begin that process? Okay, I'll take care of you. Let Lori know, or she'll get you the information.
Good.
We also have ordinance 2021-9 and 2021-10. They're zoning ordinance. We approved them on the first reading last month, and they are up for adoption tonight. I'll do 2021-9. I'll read it by title only. It's an ordinance to amend the town of Westville zoning map. And we approved this on the first reading last month. So I will make a motion, we adopt ordinance 2021-9.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Mashinsky to adopt ordinance 2021-9. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Mashinsky?
Yes.
Mr. Pfaff?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. And we also have ordinance 2021-10, which is an ordinance to repeal the town of Westville Town Council's existing zoning ordinance and zoning maps and any amendments thereafter, adopting a new zoning ordinance and zoning maps dated September 14th, 2021. The new zoning ordinance is over there, that big ream of paper. I will not read that. It'd be like a book you could listen to in your car when you were going to Toledo.
Audio.
And
An audio book, yeah.
I wrote, I'll tell you, it is exciting.
Yeah, you're gonna wait for the movie to come out, aren't you?
Yeah.
We have ordinance 21-10. I will make a motion that we adopt ordinance 2021-10.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Pshinski to adopt ordinance 2021-10. Is there any discussion? Mrs. Riddell?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Pshinski?
Yes.
Mr. Pfaff?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. We have two gentlemen here tonight from, it's not Surf Air anymore, Surf Broadband. And I met with these gentlemen Friday. They were talking about bringing cable, fiber system into Westville, so I will turn it over to you two gentlemen.
Okay, so I appreciate your time. We are, as you said, we're Surf Broadband Solutions. My name is Patrick Wheeland. I am the Chief Technical Officer at Surf. Joel is, what's your title? Customer Operations. So he oversees kind of the field operations in the call center. And so we wanted to, we're currently building in Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois with fiber. But we've got a really strong presence here in LaPorte County. And we really want to build off that and expand our fiber efforts here. So we're currently building out all of the city of LaPorte. And we built out Kingsbury Industrial Park, and there's been some other smaller edge outs we've done within LaPorte County. We're currently working to continue expanding in the city of LaPorte and outside in the more rural areas. And then we're currently building in Wanata. And we want to bring the fiber here to Westville. So the main thing we wanted to do tonight was to get this in front of you, the town council, the department heads, and let you know our intentions and what we're wanting to do. And to be able to coordinate with you as closely as we can with things like permitting and our head-end location where we're going to put that. And I had to know, but the biggest thing is really permitting and making sure that everyone is on board with the idea. We talked about road cuts or something. Want to make sure there weren't any other permitting issues that we need to make sure we get addressed up front before we get started. So with that, I would also like to take any questions that you guys have for us to field.
What time frame? Kind of give us a time frame.
Well, that's a great question. So we really, if everything goes as planned and we get the embrace from the council here, we would like to start as soon as we can get a contractor lined up. So we've got several contractors we use. Right now, we use Direct Line out of LaPorte. We use them quite a bit in Indiana. There's a good chance we could use them in this project as well, but we'd have to put it out for bid and check for availability. But if everything went as planned, I mean, we could go as quickly as a couple of weeks. Yeah, to get started. Obviously, it won't be done in a couple of weeks. But the other thing I wanted to address with you was the locates. So that's something we always have to work with the towns because we don't want to go faster than locates can be done. So that's really, you guys tell us how quickly you can do it.
How deep are we going?
So we can go to whatever depth the locality wants. So like in some areas where, like we were dealing with in Wanata, they can't locate their water. So they want us to go more shallow, a couple feet down, and that's no problem. But
That's
we
probably
don't
what I
have
want to do here too.
Okay. So yeah, that's no problem at all. But that's the kind of stuff that we need to know early on so we can plan for that.
Okay.
The only, correct me if I'm wrong, the only permitting that I know that we would have would be contractor's license, road cut permits. Because the right of way is the utility right of way.
Right.
And this gentleman here is known as the king of locates by his own admission.
Except I have the two princes that do the locates, so they're the valuable guys.
Yeah. I think it's like, what, 2 days minimum notice,
Yeah.
2 working days.
Yeah, and if we can't do, you know, obviously we don't want 20 blocks sent in at once, so, okay. I'll give you my card.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
GIS might help us out too, won't it?
Yeah.
Won't hurt us. No. Okay, so that's it, thank you.
Have you designed it yet? Is it all set up? I know where you're going.
No, we're early enough into this process that we have not got an initial design laid out, but as soon as we have that, we can get that in front of you so you can see exactly. But basically,
I mean, we could get you our water map if you wanted to, not.
okay, that might help in us
Not laying on top
get on
of
the
the
other
water.
side, yeah. I mean, ultimately, end of the day, we're gonna be running conduit, and so we pass every single house and every business. The only exception would be like New Durham, that's all private. We've had a little bit of discussion with them, but it seems like there's just not the interest there. So we're not gonna be building through there. I don't know how much you guys are even involved with that. That's because it's private, but you're not really worried about it, but. But it'd be basically anywhere in the city or town right away is where we'll be going.
So you'll be going down both sides of the street anyway?
Not both sides, but we'll have to bore across to get a handful in front of the house.
Thank you for coming out. If there's anything, get hold of me or Nathan. Any comments or anything? Do you have anything you'd like to?
Yep. So, some people may know, but I'm going through the process of relocating right now just outside of city limits, so I need to resign my council position. Effective today, I'll be notifying the party chair and then an official letter to the town. But just wanted to thank everyone that got me to this point. I think I've been on the council for about 5.5 years now. A lot of people, I mean, Mike, Regina, you guys, and Jim and Olga, thanks for all your support over the years, Doug. Dave gave me the first nudge to run for council. I think I signed up that day at 11. I think Regina nudged me too, big time. She sat with me a lot. I was real nervous about doing it, but and then all the guys, a lot of time put into it. Sometimes this is a thankless job. It's real rewarding. I mean, it's awesome to be given this opportunity to be part of the town and support everyone here. So appreciate everyone's help. This is gonna still here though. I work in Westville, businesses in Westville. I'm here all day. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to support the town as much as I can in my capacity as a citizen. Anything anybody needs, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you want to get a hold of me. So just want to thank everyone again for their support.
So thanks
Thank
for
you, Tom.
everything. It's been great working with you. A lot of phone calls with you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You put in a lot of late nights.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, looking back at
Since we're in the middle of a project here, unless there's objection, I'll kind of work with that project while we got that going. something that's gonna be, but it's,
I
you know,
know,
I hate to put anybody in
no, I think that's good.
this, and I've had the background doing it before, so.
Yeah.
And a lot of meetings and phone calls in town, so, and I know I've still got your number in my phone, so if I have a
Yeah.
question about it, I'll call you.
Get down here.
Yeah,
We
get
don't
down
know if
here.
he'll pick up though. That's the real.
Yeah, that's the secret answer.
Sometimes when you retire, you do that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that can wait.
And Tom, you're the only person I've ever known that had a turtle escape from the back of his truck too, about him.
There he is.
So that was pretty cool. That was
That's right, I forgot that.
yeah, some kid goes, remember he came to the door and he goes, there's that truck there. Who does that belong to? We said, it's his. He goes, there's a turtle that just fell out of the back of it.
A big turtle.
Yeah, that thing's huge. Thanks again, Tom. Is there anything else? I will make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mrs. Riddell to adjourn. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Being none, meeting adjourns at 7:21 with a 5-0.